So we are here to continue, and like I said, we want to play around with something on this wall, and the essence today is to learn, like, to try and show you one way of using the morph tool to do your interior things. So you want to use the morph tool to do interior or another thing. And of course, if you're doing an interior project, usually a person will stick to themes. You have a theme, either European, you want African, you want modern, you want Arabic, like you want to mix maybe Egyptian theme or Moroccan theme, or maybe your own, like you stick to something. You don't just get different ideas and you place them anyhow, because then your design will not look that interesting. And sometimes your client may want a specific design, or your client may give you, like in Kenya most people want things to do with the colonizers, so they will tell you that I want maybe a French or sometimes an English theme, old house. They usually had those old farmhouses for the European people, so for the people from the UK or something like that. But anyways, people have different requirements, and like I said, some will get the ideas from Pinterest and send them to you. So let's try to do this. I'm not sure how long will it take. So yeah. So the first thing is I want to start with the wall tool. Of course, I talked about the morph, but let's begin with the wall tool. We want to combine those two ideas, the wall and morph tool, to draw some stuff. And it is something that I think you've seen before. So I'm clicking on the wall tool, then I'm going to change this to outside face. I think you remember the wall thickness, it was 15 mm, but we will change it a little. So I wanted to go to this point, if you remember, where I had drawn the other cabinet. So was it a cabinet or TV stand or whatever? So I wanted to go to that point, and I can click on it. Can I create a new texture for it? I think I want it to be 20 mm this time. Can I change its texture? I will. Then let me drag it. So Control Shift plus Control D. You just want to drag it along. So from this end, I'm going to drag by 200 mm. So I want it to be somewhere there. Then I'll just draw a slab. So click on the slab, and I'm going to draw a slab here. So I click on this, and I want the slab to go to this point and this way. It is a rectangle. I've chosen the option to draw a rectangular slab. Yeah. So I want it to be 450. Let me do 450. So that's 300 by, so I'm typing 450. Then you can press tab and 300. Okay, so you want to change the location of this slab to place it somewhere where you will see it properly. So let me do 1200. And the thickness, again, we want it to be 20, like our wall thickness. So, and also this is one way if you want to draw like your own cabinets, kitchen cabinets, or in the bedroom when you're drawing the closet or wardrobe, you can use this trick. You can draw using the slab as well as the wall tool. So let me create two new textures. I'm going to create a white one, a glossy white texture. So a new glossy white texture, I'm naming it DA28, and a new anthracite texture. So mostly I use anthracite and glossy white because like whenever I'm in ArchiCAD, I find them to be more visible. So when I'm looking at something in 3D, it becomes easier for me to visualize. So I'm clicking like this wall and I want it to be white. This one and this will be glossy white. We chose 28 that we've just created. Then this one, I want it to be the anthracite. Where is it? Yeah. Then we can go to this section. So you remember we had this section here, section 2. It was here, so you just click on the section and here we are. So this is the section, and at this point I just want to confirm like the height of this slab that I drew from the top surface of this. You remember the other slab that we drew for this unit? I don't know the name to give it, TV stand or whatever. So I want it to be 300 mm from the ground, which I did 305, but I just under 300 exact. So I'm gonna drag it a little by going to drag it downwards by 5 mm. Okay, then I can click on this wall. You know, this wall is running from top to the bottom, but I want it to start from here. So I come to the bottom and click on any node and click on this stretching, just to stretch height, and I want to bring it to here. Okay, then I can shorten it as well. We shorten it to where exactly? We shorten it to, we'll see in 3D if we've made any mistake. So yeah, but so far so good. So like so far you can see it is cutting through the lights that we did drawing the first time, because when I was drawing this I did not have the idea of coming to draw this one here, but now that we are drawing it I will shorten this one later. So but for now let's just continue. So I go back to the section and I'm clicking on this and dragging it, Ctrl+Shift+D. I'm going to drag it upwards. So let's drag by 400 mm. And so right now if I go to the floor plan or ground floor and I click on the slab, whatever is it that we will be able to click will be the new slab that we've just made a copy of. So this is the one at the top, not the one at the bottom, and I want it to be 300 mm. Yeah, I want it to be, you remember this one was 400 from this, was 450 from this point to this end, but now I want it to be 300. So that means we are taking off 150. So I just click on this node and bring it, show it like I want you to go this way, and type 150. Then I repeat the same on this end, 150. So that, is it 150 by the, it is 150. 450 minus 150, you get 300. So that's what I want. And we could have also, I mean, let me turn on its texture as well, so that as we copy, we make more copies of it. It is better when you've already set the texture. So that one I want it to be white. The bottom I want it to be glossy white again, but the new one that we've just created. And on the side, let's go with a black one, which is anthracite. Then we hit OK. And now I can make a copy of this again. So Ctrl+Shift+D, and I want it to be again just 400. But the length is what we're going to change. So now when I come and click here, I've first pressed escape. So when I click here, I'm clicking the one that we've just created. So I want it to be now 350. So, and remember it is 300, so I'm going to do this by 50 and drag this node again by 50 finje by 50. So then I go back to the section and I want to drag this one out upwards again. Remember we are dragging it by 400. So if you do 2 times, it becomes 800. So you type 800. Yeah. So that's what we have. And at this point, I want to draw a line. So I click on the line tool. And if you want, we said you can change the color of the line so that it is more visible. And like I said, for me, I prefer to use the black one. But at this point I'm using a different color. So you click, you see I'm coming to this slab and I'm going to click at this bottom corner. Then this line, I want to click it, and I'm drawing my line tool using the chained. The geometry method is chained. So I click at the center, and here I'm going to click at the center again, and here I'm going to click at the top. Okay, now I'm going to suspend groups, and once I have suspended groups, I click on it and I want to curve it. So you click on the line, on the section of the line that you want, and you can click anywhere. So I'm clicking at the center. Once you click, it gives you a number of options. Right now it's on the drag option, but I want this one, the curve edge. So I want to curve it. So we can drag, we can click here at the center, and we try to curve it. So you can curve it to that point, and we click on this and that way. So the essence is to make it look more curvy here at the center, and on this other end I'm going to curve it outwards like this, somewhere around there. Yeah, that is the plan. If you have a point where it is not looking that curvy, you can click on the 2 lines, then you click on the node and you click on fillet chamfer, and then you fillet by maybe a certain radius. So for instance, if I try by 500, it will look like that. If at a certain point it's not looking that curvy, you can try to do that. And now I can click the whole line, and I just want to drag a copy of it away. So that is Ctrl D. I can drag it away, and I want to make a copy of the same. So you can either perform the